So in this video we're going to be looking at hypothesis testing for the normal distribution. The question says the length of the bus journey from Leeds to London is normally distributed with a mean of 220 minutes and a standard deviation of 8 minutes. Part A says find the probability of a bus taking longer than 235 minutes. So we can say that X is normally distributed with a mean 220 as we're told in the question and standard deviation of 8. So working out the probability of X being greater than 235, we can just use our calculator for that. So we're going to go into the statistics menu, normal and NCD, and we want greater than 235, so our lower is going to be 235, and our upper value just a very high value. Then our sigma is going to be 8 and our mean 220, and we get 0.03039636, and that's our answer for part A. Part B then says the bus company suspect that the mean bus time has changed. Write down a null and alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed test. So the null and alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed test. We're going to have a not equal to. So here H0 is mu is equal to, and then our mean of 220. And H1, or our alternative, is mu not equal to 220, as here we're dealing with a two-tailed test. Then it says they take a sample of 10 bus journeys and find a mean time of 230 minutes. C says test at the 1% level of significance whether there is evidence that the mean time has changed. So, assuming that H0 is true, the normal distribution we're going to have is X belongs to the normal distribution, and it's just like the one we had in part A. And from that we can say that our sample mean is normally distributed with a mean of 220. But remember, our second parameter is sigma squared over n. So it's going to be 8 squared over, and our n, is 10. And now what we want to do is say they take a sample of 10, so we've put the 10 in, and find a mean time of 230. So the way I do it is say, what did we get in our question? What is our expected? And our expected is 220, because that's the mean. And the question says they got a mean time of 230. 230 is greater than 220, so we need to focus on the upper tail. So the probability of X bar, or our sample mean, being greater than 230 is equal to, and now we're just going to put that into our calculator. Once we do that, we get a value of 0.000038613. And we're comparing that with 1% significance level. But remember, it's two-tailed, so we're going to have to look at 0.5 either side. So the 1% gets split up into 0.5% and 0.5%. So that is clearly less than 0.005 or 0.5%. Therefore, when it is less than, we are in the critical region. So now we need to make a little statement. We're going to say we're in the critical region. Hence, reject H0, or our null hypothesis, as there is sufficient evidence to suggest, and then let's have a look back at the context of the question. Here it says the mean time has changed, so there is evidence to suggest the mean time has changed.